Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another video podcast. Oh, that's my phone. This is Misa, and welcome to the Misa Yuka podcast. And the reason why this podcast name is Misa Yuka, because if you are new here, I usually do this podcast with my little sister Yuka. And we are two sisters living in Tokyo, raised in the States, California. And on this podcast, we just talk about random things that we relate to each week, and we hope you relate to as well. I have the Spotify version and also the YouTube version. So if you are hola, hi, if you are watching on either platforms. Anyways, or like Apple Music or Amazon Music. Okay, anyways. So today I wanted to be talking about my nose is itching. So today I want to be talking about getting out of your comfort zone, because I think this is kind of a fun topic to talk about, because it kind of relates to everyone. Like, what is even a comfort zone? What is even discomfort? Being uncomfortable. Let's see. Let's actually talk. Let's Google it. What is a comfort zone? I think this is what okay. What does comfort zone mean? Okay, a comfort zone is a situation or position in which a person feels secure, comfortable, or in control. And what does getting out of your comfort zone mean? Getting out of your comfort zone. Let's see. Meaning. So stepping out of your comfort zone means to learn new things, meeting people, seeing new places, and trying new experiences. I'll repeat that. So what does stepping out of your comfort zone mean? It means learning new things, meeting new people, seeing new places, and trying new experiences. And that is just the meaning of stepping out of your comfort zone. I look like I do things like kind of like spontaneous. I am a pretty spontaneous person, not gonna lie. I think I'm like more spontaneous than a lot of people. But I am actually a scaredy cat. Like, I am not such a brave, courageous person. It looks like I'm like, people say I look bubbly, happy all the time, and I have the ability to take action, but at the same time, I'm a very anxious person. Like, I'm like as a kid growing up, I've been like pretty like, I think I was like full of anxiety, and I still experience anxiety. Like and me are friends. I like worry about the smallest things, and I think like stepping out of my comfort zone is something that is so not easy for me. It is like this is why I don't like traveling, even though I just traveled to Thailand. Like, I don't like traveling because that really, really challenges my comfort zone. I like living in my own home, sleeping on my own bed, having my own shower, having all of my skincare products at home, and I can use everything. And so I don't like getting out of my comfort zone. Does that relate? Yeah, like, I feel like a lot of people kind of like assume that I'm like, ooh, taking action, the courageous, brave girl. No way, Jose. I am not. And so today I want to be talking about my comfort zone, getting out of your comfort zone, because it is so challenging for me too. And I'm just going to share how I'm trying to get over my comfort zone. Okay? Because like, even doing this like social media, like content creation thing, that is so way out of my comfort zone. Posting each video or like posting each like, I don't know, thing, it excites me at the same time. But at the same time, it scares the F out of me. Like, every time I post, like, every time I, like, press share on my Instagram or, like, TikTok or whatever, that is, like, me taking on a challenge for myself to get out of my comfort zone. Because if I stay because I know that if I stay in my comfort zone and I don't do anything about my life, I know that I'll stay wherever I was at. So, let's talk about getting out of your comfort zone and your career first, because that's like the first thing I kind of like got out of, or like that's the first thing I experienced the importance and realized the importance of getting out of your comfort zone. Okay. So when I was like working, so now I don't work at a corporate. I have my own tutoring business. I also do like content creation and making, yeah, I think those two. Oh, and I teach dance too. So I actually do a lot of things outside of content, but I love everything. So that's why I'm like doing everything. But when I was like working at corporate, I just like felt really stuck, right? And I like didn't know how to get out of it. And even though like working at a 9 to 5 was like really comfortable for me, but at the same time I knew I had to change something. And so first of all, like quitting like a job that's like kind of financing everything in your life is really daunting and it's super scary, but I just like kind of knew I needed to change something in order to be able to change my future. Okay, so like that's like one experience that I had when I had to get out of my comfort zone. And like the psychology that like worked behind my action was like I had like a need to take action. I like needed to do it, to be uncomfortable so that I can get out of this like even more so uncomfortable situation, right? So like those are the things. I don't know if that like actually made sense. I'm so sorry. Anyways, one thing that I don't like in life is or I'm still not comfortable doing so, is traveling. Traveling is something that I kind of like, for Thailand, I wanted to. It was like a really spontaneous trip. But I had to kind of like force myself out of the country from Japan, for new experiences. And I just needed to kind of like get out of this like mundane, like routine. It's not really mundane, but like I just like needed a little bit of spice in my life. And that's why I needed to get out of this routine-ish kind of like daily activities and go abroad to experience, learn new things, meeting new people, seeing new places, and trying new experiences. That's like the definition of stepping out of your comfort zone. But I literally did that. And I think it kind of helped me like build muscles for taking action, actually. And it makes your brain turn from a like passive kind of way of thinking to a more active kind of way of thinking, where like, okay, because when you travel, you have to first of all book your flights, book your hotel, research where you're going, what kind of foods they have, like what kind of culture they have, how to get from the airport to the hotel, like how do you do that? You know, like those kinds of things you don't really have to like think about if you're like so used to in your daily routine, but you have to if you're traveling, right? So that's like but I think it kind of helped me get into like a more passive way of thinking to an active way of thinking. And when I like traveled, I was like really shook. I was really shook by like how much my brain had adapted into this like passive way of thinking. Since like if you kind of like left me at a place, I don't know if I would just like lay on the bed or like even when I went to like Spain for work many years ago, like on the weekends, I would go to Barcelona like to just hang out, but I wouldn't like go see the touristy places. I would kind of like just lay on the beach and tan and read a book. It's fine, but that's like a sign of like me not going out of my comfort zone. Anyways, so yeah, so those are kind of like experiences of like me not getting out of my comfort zone. And okay, I'm gonna share how I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. Okay, and like why I think it's important. So one thing that I really care and understand, I think I understand, is if I don't take action and if I don't like change anything in my daily stuff, it will get you the same things that you've been getting. So it's kind of like a math function. Am I like a nerd? It's like a math function. If you like keep on putting like f of x, like if you keep on putting the x inside that function, you'll keep on getting the same thing unless you input something that's different. And then you'll get something new. Oh, I think I'm a genius. Like literally, I have made a analogy of life into a math function. Did anyone get that? So yeah, if you have to like put in different stuff to get different outputs all the time, right? So that's like what I actually really understand in life. I need to change something in order to like get something new. I needed to do something new to get something new. Kind of like that. If you are doing the same things all over, like every time, you'll be getting the same outcome every time and nothing changes. And hence, that's why you might think your life is boring. But actually, you're boring. Like, not you, but like I'm boring, right? If I'm not doing anything and I'm just like thinking, oh, life is so boring. That means that I'm not taking responsibility for my actions. I'm kind of like putting it all to life. I think that life is boring, but actually you're kind of boring. So that's why I'm like, oh, I don't want to be boring. Like, I don't want to be boring. I want to be a cool person. So that's why I'm like, okay, if I think that something needs to change and that I think I need to get out of my comfort zone, I have to do it. I need to put in something new in my daily actions in order to get something new out of my life. And I think that will like get you, that might not get you like to your goals immediately, like from point A to point B. By doing something different, you will most likely not go to your point B, maybe your like final destination, but it will go to like a point C. I don't know, somewhere in between that is still taking you towards point B where you want to be, but you kind of have to go step by step, right? You can't just like jump 10 flights of stairs all of a sudden. You have to kind of go step by step. And I think like taking like different little actions every day that will get you to like a different output will eventually lead you to where you want to be, your point B, your final destination. And like we never know when your final destination is. We don't know. Like no one knows, right? Even when you're like 89, you actually don't know where your final destination is. But I think that's what like life is all about. We have to be really inputting different things each day, and it can be really small things. Like recently, I've been cleaning the floor. I've been like wiping the floor every day. I heard that's like really good for your life, in general. So I've been doing that, and actually, I've been feeling much better than ever before about myself and also about life. So I'm doing that. I have successfully adapted a new way of washing your hair. I can maybe share that on a different video. But yeah, like I'm like adapting different kinds of things, and actually my way of shampooing or like washing my hair has led me to clearer skin and like overall happy Misa. So yeah, like I'm like, and then okay, so the point here is that you don't have to take like big steps in order to get out of your comfort zone, because step out of your comfort zone, you don't have to travel to Madagascar, right? We all don't need to travel to Madagascar to have new experiences and see and step out of your comfort zone. You can actually do that by maybe taking 5 minutes to read a book that you've always wanted to do, or taking maybe 3 minutes to just take a walk around the block, or maybe buying a flower. I don't know, but things that can really change, that can be a new input into your daily life so that you can experience different outputs, right? I think like stepping out of your comfort zone or feeling stepping out of your comfort zone doesn't mean that you need to feel discomfort, right? It doesn't mean that you need to feel uncomfortable. It just means that you have to just try something new. I think try something new, and always just tell yourself that everything is a trial and error. I say that because I am a perfectionist, actually. I think I am. Like, I've been all A student growing up. Like, I hated having an A minus. Like, I would need an A plus. And I think in 8th grade or something, I did get a straight A plus. I got that's like kind of, now I am more chill. Now I don't really care much anymore, and that's why I wing a lot of things. I think I learned that in college. Anyways, but yeah, I'm like a big perfectionist, so like that's why I'm saying this to myself too. But like lowering your hurdle, like your like bars, lowering the bar is really important. So when you are like stepping out of your comfort zone, or means that you're just trying something new, everything is a trial and error, and we're all just like learning throughout the journey. So there is no failure, right? So yeah, I think like we should all like kind of push ourselves every day to try something new in our daily lives, like input something or minus something from our lives, so that you can get a new output in your life, so that you can build the muscle to take more actions in life. Because like the more actions you take, the more clarity you get. The more actions you take, it doesn't like it might not lead you to your final destination like overnight, but I think it leads to clarity. If you do one thing, you might or might not like it. And then if you don't like it, you take a different action. But it's all like leading to that the point that you want to be. Anyways, so yeah, I think it's like really important to try something new, step out of your comfort zone, so that you build the muscle to take action every day, so that you are ready to be able to lead yourself into that direction, that life that you want. Does that make sense? So it's all about just building muscles, and like all about lowering the bar, and we are just all experimenting. We are all students forever. We are all learners forever. And not being so perfectionistic with your life. Whenever I'm feeling like overwhelmed, I always tell myself, like we just have to be a little less serious. Yeah, a little less serious and more sincere. I say that to myself. A little less serious and more sincere. Okay, so I'm like out of battery. So, okay, thank you so much for listening. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Spotify and everywhere else. And I hope you guys are having a great day and a great life. I'll see you in my next video.